Okay, so this whole time you just look at me, not over here.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so what is going on here today, or what's the mission of what you all are trying to do?
Well, the purpose is there's a huge need in the community for children and seniors at risk to make sure they have a quality meal, a healthy meal. We've had groups that have donated, the Loyalist Group and several other groups. Several partnerships have been formed to make this need happen, and all the groups have brought in food, drink, resources. We had several volunteers. Of course, we got to practice this social distancing to keep everybody safe. We have gloves, we have masks that's been donated. It's just been a huge, huge thing. On the weekends, we serve, 900 meals a day, Saturday and Sunday. During the week, we serve about 450 a day. We have, great community support, and this church has been an amazing partner because when the restaurants decided that they had to close because the business was so low, and the dollar was so low, they just kind of stepped in and said, you know what, you can come in here in this kitchen and cook. And in the community, day one, started sending the donations, and I'm just so pleased and so happy to be a part of it, to be able to serve my community in this university area.
Okay, so what have you noticed is the after this is all over, what is your hope for how the community moves forward?
When this is over, I hope the community continues to love one another. Charlotte was experiencing an extremely violent time, and the community just turned it around and began to work together. You have communities that normally don't even speak, that are working together and loving on one another and doing it with ease. We have a diverse community here in the university area, in this district. It's a mixed community with a little bit of everything, all ethnicities, and I'm proud to be a part of it and watch this group come together as one and get on one accord, and work together to solve some of the issues that are happening here. And I hope that continues when this is over with.
What are some of the biggest needs that you're seeing right now?
Some of the biggest needs are, the basic need is food. We've had some challenges with the essentials. Our seniors are afraid to go out right now, and so they can't utilize the food pantries, and that's challenging. That means that some seniors are not eating right now around Charlotte. Some of the places that would normally take those meals out to those seniors, they're not offering that service. And so when you have a senior that's on a budget and they all they can pay is rent, it's a great thing that right now they don't have to pay a light bill, but when that's over with, the light bill is going to be behind, and that senior's going to have to again try to balance, a few dollars that they weren't paying on light bill between medicine and food. So, the thing is they're buying right now is food, and it's not much.
Tell me about your volunteers that you have in here.
We have, to be honest, I'm surprised by the group. We've had business owners, we have preachers, and when you can get a preacher to come off the pulpit and come in and serve, I'm happy to see it. We have community folk that just love their community. We have chefs from all over Charlotte. When I put a call out to get a kitchen, I had 8 chefs to say, "Hey, I'll come in and cook. Charles, we want you to keep doing what you're doing, so that I can help utilize me." And so those chefs in that kitchen putting that quality meal together. We have Chef Will that's come out and said, I'm gonna stop my catering business right now because it's slow anyway, but I'm gonna cook for you until those other chefs can get in. So he's been in and day out, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, cooking great meals, and turning things that I normally couldn't do into something fantastic, restaurant quality. So I'm excited the kids are getting a quality meal, and they're getting a meal that they can get full. And one thing when you bring a family that's struggling, a hot meal, and a mother doesn't have to worry about where or how that child is gonna get fed on the weekends, or where and how that child is gonna get fed during the week, because that gives hope. You know, you'd be surprised what a little, we put little basketballs in a meal last week, and those kids act like that was the best thing in the world, because those kids are practicing, you know, to stay at home. So you got kids, some of these hotels have 5 kids in one room. And so they're so grateful to be able to come in and get their little things, get their meals, and the little surprises that we kind of put in sometimes for them, or the fresh cooking. There's a group that made homemade cookies for 2 weeks for us. And those children were so excited to get that cookie and that meal, because they were stuck in the house and one cookie was all they got, and they were glad to get it. So that cookie brought a lot of smiles. And you know, this is a thing I'm seeing Charlotte. I'm from Charlotte, you know, and I watched Charlotte turn back to what Charlotte used to be, a city that loved their neighbors. And it's so wonderful to see that. That's who we are.
You're gonna make me cry. I'm done. I just need to get a little bit of video of you.
Okay.
Name, who do you want to be